Okay, so at the moment we're all waiting for the Mega Evolution ETBs to drop here soon on Pokemon Center, but I wanted to talk about the promo cards that are going to be for these ETBs, because here we have the Riolu, which is going to be the card for the Lucario ETB, but we also have the Alakazam, which is going to be the promo card for the Gardevoir ETB, which the reason I wanted to make this video was because I'm kind of disappointed in this card, because the Riolu looks so nice, and it's no shame to the artist that the card is obviously nice, but for a Gardevoir ETB, they should have kept it in line with like the Riolu. Like the Lucario ETB has a nice Riolu. They could have made like a Ralts or a whatever the second evolution of Gardevoir is. And I think that would have been, one, a lot cooler, and two, it would have made more sense to have both those Pokemon on the cover. I don't know, I think it would have been a little better if they did it that way. It would have made a little more sense. But that also got me thinking about the other promo cards that they've had for the Scarlet and Violet era ETBs. And I wanted to check them all out. I wanted to see which one looked the best or which one had the best art. So I have them all lined up here at the top. And the first ETB that dropped was the Miraidon and the Koraidon ETBs with their own promo cards. And I want to say these two cards are very nice, and it makes sense with their ETBs. Miraidon is on the front of his ETB, and Koraidon's on the front of his. So it makes sense that these two cards would be the promo cards for those ETBs. Really nice art here. Both of them make sense. Moving on, we have the Pikachu promo for Paldea. Again, this makes sense because on the cover of the Paldean ETB, it has the starters for Fuecoco, Sprigatito, and the Emo Duck. Makes sense because they're on the front of the Paldean Evolve ETB. And that's kind of looks like that's what they were like trying to do. So like you have Miraidon, Koraidon, Pikachu, and the three starters, and then for Obsidian Flames ETB we have the Charmander, which is really nice. And again, it's in line with the Charmander ETB. Again, we have the Snorlax ETB with Snorlax, and the art looks really nice, and it fits with what they were doing with the ETB. Now when we get to Paradox Rift, here's where it kind of switches up. For the Roaring Moon ETB, instead of having the Salamence, which is on the cover, they switch it to this Pokemon Screamtail, which isn't this just Jigglypuff? Anyways, they go from Salamence on the cover, which they could have had a nice card for that. It really doesn't matter. This card looks amazing too. But for Iron Valiant, which is the second ETB that came out for Paradox Rift, instead of having the Iron Valiant Pokemon as the promo card, they instead put Iron Bundle, which, don't get me wrong, the card looks nice. The art looks nice. It makes sense as like the other robot Pokemon, but they switched it up with these two ETBs. It kind of is weird, right? Then we move on to Paldean Fates, which again they go back to showing the actual Pokemon that's on the ETB as the promo card. They show the Mimikyu, the shiny Mimikyu, as the Pokemon promo card, and then they switch it up again. They go Temporal Forces, which shows the two deer, I think this is a deer. It goes to Iron Thorns, which is another robot Pokemon, and Fluttermane, which in my opinion has nothing to do with this Pokemon. I don't know, I guess it's just weird to think about how they were going. It made sense, the promo cards for the ETBs, then they switch it up, then they go back for one, and then they switch it up again. And then when they get to Twilight Masquerade, they go back and show the Pokemon that's on the cover. They have the Ogerpon as the promo card. Really nice card here. I like all the colors and the art. And it makes sense. It makes sense with the ETB that they dropped. For Shrouded Fable, again, they switch it up. The 3 Pokemon that are on the cover, we have the monkey, the bear, and the bird. But then they give us Petulant, which is a nice card. Again, don't get me wrong, the colors are amazing. And then for Stellar Crown, they have the Noctowl, that in my opinion has nothing to do with. Again, sure, it has the shiny stuff down here, but it doesn't really fit with the terrestrialization, the turtle that's on the cover of this ETB. We go to Surging Sparks, which at the very least, it has Pikachu on the cover with the terrestrialized crown, and at the very least it has another lightning Pokemon, Magneton. But again, they could have had like a cool Pikachu promo. And maybe they did have a Pikachu promo in this set, because there's a lot of promo cards that came out in each set. It's not just the ETB promo cards. For example, the 151 set had the Snorlax, but then it also had the Mew EX and the Mewtwo. Now the 151 is the only set that I bought the Ultra Premium collection for, so I have these cards. I know there's a Prismatic Evolutions one, but those are super expensive, so I haven't been able to get them. And then like it makes sense. We go back to Eevee, and on the ETB art for Prismatic Evolutions, we have Eevee, and this art looks amazing. Sleeping on the soft pillow looks really nice. This Pikachu plushie looks nice too. And then here they keep it in line. They have Journey Together with N and Zorark, whatever the second evolution is, and it has N and Zora. Really nice art here, really nice card. But then again, for Destined Rivals, one of like the best sets right now, Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, instead of having Giovanni and Mewtwo, that could have been a super cool card. They have a Giovanni's Mewtwo, right? If we look here for Destined Rivals, they have a Giovanni's Mewtwo, but it's not the promo card. It's instead one of the special illustration rares, which is nice, right? I understand that having a card like this as like the main chase card, main card you want to pull. I get that, but maybe they could have had like a Mew and someone else from Team Rocket as a promo card. The Wobbuffet makes sense because Wobbuffet's always been from Team Rocket, with James and with Jesse and James, so it makes sense as a Team Rocket Pokemon. And then the new Black Bolt White Flare ETBs, instead of having Zekrom or Reshiram, they have Thundurus and Tornadus, which I guess I kind of understand because, again, the main chase cards for both sets are probably gonna be Zekrom and Reshiram. We have the black Reshiram here and the white Reshiram, and at the same time they also have their own like full art SIRs, which look really nice. I kind of understand having them as just like a filler card, but I don't know, it could have been cool if they maybe had different ETB arts to be in line with what they showed as the promo, or have a better promo that shows off the Pokemon in the ETB. Because again, if we go back to the ETBs that we have for coming out now for Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, on the cover of the ETBs we have a Mega Lucario and a Gardevoir, which they could have probably made this Mega Gardevoir too, if this, yeah. And then we have the Ralts, which looks amazing. For Lucario, it makes sense, it's in the same vein. But then for the Gardevoir, we just completely change and make it an Alakazam. I don't know, maybe people will like it. I myself don't really like it. But that's all I have for you guys today. That's my rant, my little tangent that I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys liked the video, like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, maybe which promo card you guys like the most from the ETBs. And again, before you guys leave, I wanted to say that soon we're going to be having Black Bolt and White Flare on my website at PokePantry.com. I'm probably going to have packs up for purchase because I wanted to do a rip and ship stream soon. If that interests you, if you guys want to buy packs, open them on stream, I'll probably have that ready for you guys in a week or two. So yeah, again, so thank you so much for watching and have a great day. I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Later.